We're live! Sorry, we don't have any funny hats that Seb wears today.
Yeah, that was a new one.
Eventful.
Mate, so not only do we not have a special guest, we've also lost Seb.
I know.
Wait, he's just sent me
a
message.
wait. Late comers here. There he is. My camera's fucking froze.
Oh, just stop it and then add it back up.
You're right, I'll get it back.
Morning.
This one.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, minute late, mate. We're going to dock out your wages.
Yeah, Easter lunch, isn't it?
Wouldn't know. That's right. As long as you're here, then we can actually do what we was planning to do.
Yeah, I'll get the other one straight back up. Camera working.
How you doing?
Yay!
I'm not at all naked underneath this.
That's the halftime show.
I think everyone struggled with it. I only got up at 11:15.
Man, I'm screwed.
Oh, I've been up. Had a Easter hunt this morning.
Easter hunt?
Yeah.
What, hunting rabbits?
Hid some eggs all over the place, and then just looked for them myself. Just hid them for myself, and easier to find.
Did you hide them though?
Yeah, I hid them.
Jesus.
I've always wondered why is like the Easter bunny involved with Easter. It's like, and then there's eggs. Like bunnies don't lay eggs. What's the whole connection between the rabbits and the eggs?
Just read the Bible.
Yeah, that's the connection.
In the beginning, there was a rabbit and an egg,
Yeah.
and God said up to him,
It's that age-old question. What came first, the rabbit or the egg?
Rabbit or
right,
the egg?
let's sort out
A hard one.
Here we go. One for you, this one, Seb.
Yeah.
Ah, is it now?
Yeah, mate.
We're doing a French club game then.
We are indeed.
We're
Which
going
one?
to do, which I believe was that first one that you sent us, the grand final, was it? The French Cup, Avignon and Catalan.
Avignon, Catalan. Which year?
2019.
Ooh.
Ooh. Pretty sure we won that.
Wow.
Spoilers.
That's that ruined.
Cool, right? Okay, next video.
Did anyone doubt
Who
that?
won
I
this
don't know.
one, Seb?
Was I even there?
No, I don't think you're in this one.
Tim's in the chat. He says, "Happy Easter, gentlemen." Cheers,
Happy
buddy.
Easter, mate.
Cheers, mate. It's good to not have you with us.
Non-stop.
Right, so Perpignan, Avignon. So Avignon is a few years ago was like at the bottom of the ladder. They were one of the worst teams in the French Championship, a bit like Leeds, and they're now like top tier and like get to finals all the time. So am I there? No, I really don't think so. I can see my brother.
You have a brother.
Yeah, I'm not. 2019. Where was I?
Nicer and more sane than Seb. I have to put that out.
2019.
Get it, Ash. How you doing, mate?
Wondering.
Hey, Ash.
Hi, mate. So, and then Catalan Dragons. Everyone knows Catalan Dragons. They've been champions many times. So Avignon is a strong team with some French squad players in there. They've got Kevin Pastor, number 11, we can see. Number 10 there is Florian Guttadoro, who we saw play for Italy the other day, who is now in the French squad. We also have on the bench Jan Verdi, who also plays in the French squad, but I think he was injured. On Catalan side, we've got quite a few from the French squad as well. We've got Gilles Causset, obviously. I think everyone knows him. We also have the new and upcoming Jeremy Bourson and Arnaud Vargas.
Why should everyone know who Gilles is?
He's best player in the world 2017.
There you go, guys. all new people out there.
World Cup 2017 was best player in the world. This is Nicolas Clausels, who's his nephew, who's also one of the best players in the world, in my opinion.
He's very hard to play against.
Very hard to play against. Very hard to stop. With the armbands on the far left wing is Joël Lacombe, who plays for Italy. He's the Spanish captain.
Who was, sorry?
The one on the far left wing there with the Joël Lacombe. I think that starts with Avignon.
Joe is easier.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah. So right now on the pitch, we've got 4 for Catalan side. We've got 4 French squad players and 1 Spanish player.
Who's the big lad in Catalan?
Big lad, number 16.
Not Arno. No, not Arno. There was another guy. Thought there were.
Right now, there's Gilles, Nico, Arno, Jeremy, and Joel on the
Good
pitch.
team.
So how many of these are internationals?
5 out of 5.
All 5.
Yeah, I just said 4 French squad players, 1 Spanish player. Are you listening, mate? Keep up.
Yeah. But I thought you said that one of them now plays, or was it from the other team that now plays for France?
The other team was number 10, Florian
Italy.
who played for Italy the other day.
Oh, okay, and now he's in the French squad.
And now he's in the French squad, and he played against us in June.
Good for him.
Toulon. And this is Marc Verdi, who is Jan Verdi's brother. Their dad also plays, and their brother is a coach. They have like 4 of the family involved in the sport. It's quite interesting. So this is Arno. Arno likes to fight for the ball as well. He's not very good at fast playing the ball, but you know. There's Gilles playing with his nephew. A lot of offloading going on.
Ooh, that was slow.
Yeah. I think that was called offside. So on the Catalan squad, you'll notice they all play really fast play the ball, except for Arno. Arno's kind of the guy that kind of slows it down from time to time.
Yeah, like in baseball in America, when you'll have your fastball pitches, and then one will throw like a really slow curveball or something just to delay timing. Keep people guessing.
And that's the first try.
It's good over the top.
I'm going to take that back because I think he should have stopped that.
Mm-hmm. I think
he had chair position and everything, but because this is a good tip to know. Like when you go into the tackle, don't like reach with both hands because you haven't got control of your chair. Then if he just uses his chair, gets the stop,
yeah,
and that's what tips him over. But if he just got his chair position and then reached for the tag, he'd been able to stop him. Like there was no space for Gilles there.
No, he only got it when he knocked him up. That was what gave him the space.
So always have a hand on your wheel. That's the first super tip for today.
That's like what we were saying about the whole arms above the head rules that's coming into it. It's like one of those where you're at no advantage if you have both hands above your head.
Yeah, you don't, do you?
Because I know people can't reach the tags, but if you stop the chair, they're not going to go anywhere. They literally can't push.
No.
If
I think that if you were running at a gap, so to speak, it's when you can carry on sliding around them and get them behind you, isn't it? Like, which is good for your attack. You know, if you can get ahead of one of their defenders, so that they can't mark it. You took a man out, but if they didn't put their arms up, there's a better chance that they could get that tag and the defense could still be in the right position for marker.
Yeah, so it's just a fun one to look at because obviously the whole, is it ball carrying arm, is it non-ball carrying arm, all of that sort of thing. And
nobody knows.
When they did it at the beginning of this year at that Falls tournament, like I said, we had someone who got penalised when he caught the ball above his head, and it was like well, hang on, was he supposed to just leave it? I don't understand.
That's ridiculous.
But it's one of those where
it's at the start.
Should be able to catch the ball.
Interpretations, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Ideally, if you have both hands above your shoulders, there is no way like you should be getting stopped. Like people should be getting chair position on you anyway. That was a great breakthrough then.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
That's Gill's specialty.
Literally
fast
bump
play the ball.
It comes off a fast play of the ball,
speed, and they just can't do anything to stop it because they're all like not in defence yet. They haven't retreated quick enough.
Yeah, it's collecting the ball at foot. He doesn't push his chair after he's collected the ball either.
Yeah, he never does.
He guards with the ball hand.
Yeah,
he never once he's caught the ball, he never pushes unless he's
made a line break.
The breakthrough. And it just by doing that, no one knows where he's going. He's like kind of it's a huge hesitation, and no one knows what to do to stop him. It's really hard to tackle. I mean, I play against him week in, week out. I still don't know how to stop him.
I think
we stop him at England. What's your excuse?
I think he makes up his line drive like way before.
He picks it
like scraps in a way.
If you can stop him, Jack, it would be good if you could learn how to stop Nico. Then we might win a World Cup one day.
Look, I got one clause, Seller, right? You need to do something.
Cheers, Tim. Just clarifying the arms above the head rule there. Yeah, it's one of those where we understand sort of like what the call is. It's just when you play it, like the advantages you get about putting your arms above your head and stuff. I think there's a sort of really sort of grey area about it. So it's one of those. Do you make it easier for refs and just say, you either can or you can't? Because the game there's so much that's played above your head. It's unreal.
Yeah, the one for me is that it's a weird time to bring the rule in as well.
Yeah.
Because back in 2008, my example's Ryan Richardson. So Ryan Richardson in our grand final game in 2018, he just annihilated Halifax. Just arm up, nobody could tag him. We were all over the shop, sort of thing. And rather than if the rule change came in then from what they were watching, it would make more sense to me. I wouldn't agree with it, but it'd make more sense to me. But now that we've gone to 2019, and from that, if we watched that game at some point, we just worked out a tactic or a defensive play to negate his arm above the head sort of thing.
Yeah.
We worked out how to stop him and how to do that. Either let him offload or we make him take the tackle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we found a way around it, and then the rule came in.
Yeah,
we already pointed out that what the flaws are in having the ball above your head. You can't control your chair. We've fixed that. Game, and then the rules come in.
It's like I understand where, like, with certain, especially certain disabled players, they can't reach up that high, stuff like that. I was like, but I'm 6'5", like whether I put my arms above my head or not, so I'm still pretty high up. If I lean away, people aren't going to be able to tag me if they're sat in a really bucketed chair. So, what do I then not lean? It's one of those where it's
how far do you take it?
Yeah, you've got to cater to everyone in the sport, but at the same time, if you have both hands here, not only do you not have the best of balance anyway, but you can't turn, you can't do anything.
A good example was something I don't even know if Seb knows about this. The French wanted a rule change, and it was after the Euros. So when my brother Harry were playing, one of his, I'm going to call it weird skills, was he could push his chair and lay flat on his seat. So he would be like that.
Oh, what, laying forward?
He would, because he had no legs, he could, if it was running this way.
Oh, so he could really dive. Yeah.
He would literally lay flat on his wheelchair, on his seat, and still be able to push. So they wanted to say you can't do that. So it's like, why not?
The downside with that, though, as well, is if you clip his chair, he's going to go flying forward.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
you just got to work out. You just got to work out how to defend it. Yes, there's aspects of the game that are difficult to do and stuff. But if you just think about them and you work out how to defend them, there's no need for rule change. We can just sort it.
Yeah, you have to play the hands you're dealt with, those sort of things. It's like when people with one leg have to learn how to lap the ball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I know it's one of the things we kept going through with James Hazel, because obviously he's got quite a high stump. So trying to get him to be able to lap the ball, lean down and push without it just rolling off, things like that.
Did we say hi to these guys in the comments?
Well, I've said hi to Tim.
You've been going on for a while.
You're right, Brad.
Going on.
Chirping him here.
Seb's really annoyed because we finally put a French game on and we're not paying attention.
Exactly. He's not even watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the French league's good, the style of play that they do, but I just find it a little bit boring, I have to say. Because it's just I mean, yes, we got to build your sets and stuff and take your drives, but a lot of the time it is just one drive, give the ball to Gilles.
Yeah, we have some nice players sometimes. It's because I'm not on the pitch, I guess there's less organisation.
When I came over to play for you guys,
yeah,
I found it so, and we played Montauban. I found it so hard to work out what your attacking strategy was, and when I realised it, I was like, "Oh, it's a really simple, basic strategy that they're doing." But I was trying to. I looked at it and I looked at how the English were playing, and I thought, right, okay, we want some support runs in these early drives, so I'm going to be that supporter because obviously there's a language barrier, so I'll be that support runner in them early drives and stuff. But that just meant that I wasn't involved in what they wanted to do, which was one drive, two drive, three people going 100 miles an hour and collecting the ball, which worked. Don't get me wrong. It was just ridiculously simple when I worked it out eventually.
KISS, mate. Of course. No, so at Catalan, we like to, you keep it simple. You're like, the first three drives will always be like taking our time, getting up. There is plays where we have support, because if they really put the pressure on us for the first three drives, we will have someone in support just to gain the extra meters. Yeah. But we will limit the risks, and then it's that change of tempo we were talking about the other day. So the first three drives will just take our time, and then suddenly we'll just big boost of acceleration. 3 or 4 guys will come at full speed, and the 3 drives are just to mess up the defense a bit, and then suddenly the next 3 will be full speed, full pace, and making sure we catch them offside or off guard, whatever.
I just think how much more dangerous they'd be if implemented some of our tactics in how we take them first drive. So you could have that triangle or exit style kind of set up plays rather than just going in and taking settlers. They'd be
that style of play that Catalan uses is the same style of play that the French squad use.
Yeah,
the front, and they're twice world champions. So it's you wonder.
Well, saying it doesn't work.
Tackled there.
But of course, if you can mix up perfectly that style of play with the English style of play, you've got a wonderful team. And I think that's what we're kind of starting to build. I mean, because we for 2017 World Cup or 2015, we had our set plays. That's all we had. That's all we did for 80 minutes. If you remember 2015, we were a good team, but all we did for 80 minutes was ones and twos. We might explain later what ones and twos are, but that's all we did. We just kept doing one. We didn't do anything else for 2015. That's all we did. And then the casual break from time to time.
And eventually in the final, what broke it down was keeping the ball alive a bit more, hovering around the player of the ball.
Just pause it there, Jack. Literally what you're talking about is what the French have just done then. The Catalan side. Of one person went in and then Gilles just come in blistering speed after. Watch this.
Yeah, so Gilles got a rapid play of the ball.
Really?
Yeah, that's a mismatch as well. That's Jan Verdi, isn't it?
No, that was Guillaume.
Who we ran into.
12, I think it was.
That was Guillaume.
Oh, Guillaume. Yeah. But that's a mismatch there because Guillaume's quite a high disability. It's a back break in here or a neck break.
Yeah, but you see, it just shows that when you're sending a settler, you don't have to go full speed to be a settler. If you go in slowly, they're not expecting too much danger. They come up slowly as well, and then you just like slowly put the ball. But then you put your tag on and play the ball, and they still have to retreat, even if you went in slowly as a settler. And then it's just so easy. You catch them off guard because they're just in the middle of turning around, and you've got someone that's so good in 1-against-1s like Gilles, who's like one of the best duelists there are out there, and you can beat anyone on a 1-on-1, and he just gets it over the line.
Yeah, it's like changing the tempo during the plays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than changing your set speeds, you change your tackle
surprise
speed.
effect. It just changes
what
the tempo all the time.
Like what I said earlier with the whole baseball thing.
Yeah.
Like if someone's just got a really good fastball, they'll throw that constant in and they'll switch it up probably 1 every 6 maybe for a slow one.
A stumble. Yeah.
Because it does. You're built up, you're ready, and then the one after that seems twice as fast.
Exactly. And I'll finish what I was saying earlier on. Then 2017, Jack, with the England team, the grand final, the final of the World Cup, whatever. All we did was like triangles, and open up, and we didn't really do anything else except for that kind of thing. And it did work.
They want a lot of,
but we could have
read the gameplay, were they?
Exactly. Whereas now, like if you watch our games in Australia during the Ashes tour, we have a lot of set plays like the triangle and etc. But we also have that sudden flair to do whatever we want, like the French do. And I think we're starting to
good kick.
So this is really funny. If you want to watch that in slow mo,
rolling forward.
This is a try. This is going to be a try. So this looks like the perfect kick, but Gilles was laughing at this. He didn't actually kick it. He actually threw it with his hand.
Did he?
Yeah, and no one saw, and it looks like a kick, but he actually threw it with his hand. If you look closely, he doesn't kick it. He just throws it up in the air, and it looks like a kick. Look at this.
Oh yeah,
he just throws it like that, and he gets away with it.
Great play of the ball.
And then it just goes to the end and
They're like hitting the posts, aren't they?
Yeah, it just adds to the
drama.
The drama. The crowd loves it. They all go, whoa.
So is this your home ground then, Seb?
No, this is in Montemont.
Okay.
This is neutral ground. Every year, the grand final is held somewhere else, in France. And
yeah, because isn't this where you played, Jack?
No. This is the place. Yeah.
This is where you played against Montemont. This is the Montemont home ground.
Yeah, I recognise the wooden slab.
See the panda behind it. The panda.
Because that's where I recognise it from.
Nice venue, that.
You see our fans there? You see our fans going like this? You see them? Let's show the fans again. Show the fans.
Show the fans again.
Show the Catalan flags. Go on, show
you
the
got
fans.
no fans?
Oh, will it cut back?
There you go, there, the fans. Catalan, allez, 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 allez.
Oh, dear. Joker. Put him up, he'll cry.
I can't believe you keep doing this to me. You're going to stop posting your streams, mate. Taking all the fun away.
Yeah, even Tim called it as well. He's like, I thought Jill threw it.
Nothing gets past him.
He did throw it. He did throw it, but it's hard to see when you're in game. It looks like a kick, and people respect Gilles, so there you go. Good kick.
So is he a non-disabled player then?
Nico.
Who? Nico.
Nephew, Nico. Yeah.
Yeah. Able-bodied. Very impressive player. He used to be really, really fast. He's not as fast right now, but he's going to be ready for 2021.
Yeah, they're all coming back, aren't they?
So that's just a simple support after catching the kick, which
we did
gets
this
gets them to halfway line. This is still the first tackle. There you go. It's first tackle. So it's just he catches it, and then before the tackle, quickly gives it to someone that's in support, but just there, pretends to stop, passes it.
Yeah, it's a good draw.
And this ball stays alive all the way up to the halfway line. So this is still first tackle, and they get to halfway line.
Nice lot, nice one. Yeah, that's a good drive. A lot of people don't do that, do they? It's like when they get the kick, they're so happy to not have knocked on or finally caught the ball. They're just happy to take the tackle with that. But if you have a runner,
whereas if
that's
you
what
have
we started doing in Australia.
Yeah, that's what we started doing as well. Yeah.
Everyone just starts. Everyone just like what's the thing? Everyone just has tunnel vision for the person who's caught the ball on their team as well. They're all going in. They all want to smash it and get the tag.
You need
someone's always available.
Support runner behind them. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's just getting people to recognise it and see it.
Yeah, to see it early as well.
My camera's gone again.
Sorry, what did I miss?
Just a hard tackle.
On a Verdi, brother.
Ooh, there's a few people jumped on that. Yeah, easy through.
Apparently he got his tag.
That was lucky.
Yeah.
Trying to see what went wrong there, but unfortunately Jack can't stop it.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Jack, if you can hear it.
They had the numbers. I don't know
never mind.
That's his camera just falling down.
If anybody wants to buy me a tripod, I would be very appreciative. Where do you need it taken to?
That's it. Oh, so Gilles didn't come back. So what happened with Gilles? Could we go back?
Go back.
There was miscommunication between Nico and Gilles there.
Go back one more, Jack.
So Gilles comes from winger.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
This is the one where everyone. Oh, whoa, that's way far. That's all right. Stay here, man. Sort your camera out, buddy.
There we go.
So this is the one now where they hit the centre.
Yeah. So it'll be fast player ball after this.
Yep. Great cut. That was just a great tag, really.
Yeah, got tagged. But then Gilles on the
position on that though.
Gilles on the wing, and he comes in from the winger to defend in the middle of the court for some reason right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's no one over there anymore. I don't know why he did that. He just wanted to be inside. I don't know.
Yeah.
So then there's a 2-on-1 on number 11.
Yeah.
Do you think is that a trust thing with his teammate then?
Yeah, 100%. That's what. If you look, Gilles literally pushed in front of him so he couldn't get to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gilles has some frustration problems sometimes. You know, if things aren't going his way, he'll get slightly frustrated and then do things that he doesn't usually do, which aren't good for the team like that. Something we have to play on for games against France.
It looked like as well that he was sort of shouting at the others. It was like, "Oh, that was 100% your fault," but because what he should have done is just spoke to the guy next to him and got swapped with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone should swap on the defensive line in a situation like that, especially when you're under pressure. I think you just got to play your role.
Yeah. Got to be where you are. Yeah, just stay where you are.
But instead of going from centre all the way to the wing, he should have said pushed him out.
Yeah,
that's when he should have made the swap. But when you're set up on the line, you can't.
Yeah, but he didn't have to swap. I mean,
just a bit of trust.
Yeah.
What's Vic Rogers saying, Fred? Thanks for trying the language.
The language is the able-bodied, non-disabled situation. So apparently it got changed in 2015, which I was like, oh damn! I thought it was something they just brought in this year. So Rick Rogers is he's a para cheerleader for England, and he runs actually a company called Paracheer. That's why he's hot on the language.
Very good. So technically it's non-disabled now.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's been that way for a while.
So that's how you say it. You say non-disabled.
Yeah, it's disabled and non-disabled. I get the argument because there's things like where Rick was before his accident and stuff. He was really active, and he'd say like, "Well, I can easily climb a rope to a ceiling and stuff like that. My mum can't. Does that make her still able-bodied?" And I was like, "Yeah, I get your argument."
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like why would you associate a disabled person as not being able?
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole point.
I mean, look at what these guys are doing. There's a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people could drop kick like that, to be fair, but it's they're doing some special stuff, aren't they?
Well, that's it. It's like you see people with some ridiculous chair skills.
The best things when you get the non-disabled rugby league players, the professionals in wheelchairs, and you just see how
hilarious.
They cannot hack it. They can't maneuver the chair.
Yeah.
They just sit still and pass the ball left and right and don't move. And a lot of people don't recognise how much of a mechanic it is to actually just move in the sport, let alone pass, tackle, keep your positioning.
Yeah. Your hands have to do for
literally everything. I mean, if you talk about normal rugby, the running game, your hands are just free. They're just to use the ball, and you run with your legs. But running in wheelchair rugby league is also done with your arms, so you can do everything with your arms.
Which is weird though, because whenever I have a laugh and play some non-disabled rugby league, I can't catch.
You can't run.
I can't run. I can't catch. I can't do anything. There's a reason I play this sport.
I completely miss what's happening there in the corner.
Yeah, I think everyone's just beating the hell out of each other, to be fair. Oof.
We like it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's rugby.
Each to their own.
Yeah,
it is. And some people tend to forget that.
Oh, they're calling a push. See, that wasn't a push for me.
No.
They just collided, and that'll always happen if two people are really close to getting the ball at the same time. Whoever picks it up is going on the floor. There's nothing to stop it.
Oh yeah, you're fully out of control of your chair. Your weight's all weird. Yeah, you're going to get.
It's a funny call for the referee to make there, because Gilles is actually trying to. If you watched it, he's actually trying to catch him. He's not doing anything malice. He's not doing anything malice in that. He was actually trying to catch him. It was just a part of the game that happened. Tim Robertson, why do you think I referee?
So there's the offside. He was struggling to get back then.
Two-man tackle.
Avignon are getting a little bit of momentum now.
Yeah. Not sure what that penalty was for. I'm guessing 2 tags, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Either that, either offside. Probably 2 tags.
What was that, Seb?
It's nice he says thank you, at least. Oh, that was bad. He didn't get tagged, and then he was trying to tag up. Lost him a lot of time. Good hands.
Oh, good hands. That was Kevin Pastor, French player.
Well defended though. Oh, unlucky there. Again, it's like chair position's everything in this game, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
And it's like even there, it looked like he had chair position, but if that wheel's not ahead, you just like, oh, they called it. Actually, said he'd gone out.
Yeah, he went out.
Did you not see the hands go like this?
No, mate. I told you these French games bore me. I just keep drifting in and out.
Wow. These are the ones you need to focus more on, mate. Looking towards 2021.
Exactly. These are the players you should learn about.
I've told you, mate. It's going to be an England-France final
all the time.
It's going to be an England-Australia final. Ask Brad Groves; he'll tell you.
England against Spain final. There's Nico talking as usual. Mark called Nico the best looking man in the whole of wheelchair rugby league.
He is very pretty.
I think Brad Groves agrees.
Oh.
So what was that? Oh, you didn't have a tag on. What was it?
Something like that, I think. Yeah. I think we're going to be able to see what you've always told me, Seb. So he's tagged up.
No tag right shoulder.
No, he's got one on
his right shoulder.
Oh,
no, I don't know what's going on then.
Is he not in line with the ref? Is that why?
Probably. Let's see. He gets tagged just
that's fine.
There.
What are they calling? Because they're all waving their hands as well.
Yeah, and the other team know it's going to happen.
But why? What
was it? Fifth and last?
So there's a rule in France going on sometimes. You have 3 seconds to play the ball once you put your tag on. It might be this.
What?
So after Gilles put his tag on, he was talking instead of playing. So they're like the ref's supposed to go 1, 2, 3, and then it's penalty. I don't know if that's the reason, but it could be why.
What's the deal with France making their own damn rules?
I know. I mean, we hate it as well, mate. We hate it. It just started. No, that's not. Come on, that's not possible. Yeah, karma, mate. Karma gave it back to us. Yeah, they just started whistling this kind of stuff. Like you had 3 seconds to play the ball, but 3 seconds once you put your tag on. So if you took your time to put your tag on, you had as much time as you wanted.
Yeah, it's all a bit silly. But yeah, again, they're penalising something that doesn't really help either team. It's like it just puts you under pressure to play a ball.
It's a rule for the sake of a rule.
Yeah. There's no
point in it.
They just come up with. I think it's Silva mostly that comes up with all these rules all the time, and I don't know. I'm not sure.
There was no gap there. Why try and go through it?
He was offside. He wasn't square. So it's a penalty. Gilles always looks at those kind of penalties. As soon as he sees someone offside, he'll
He got it a lot of times in the World Cup final against Wayne, didn't he? But actually, when I was talking to Wayne the other day, we were talking about it, and it's how we understand it is in the game. If somebody is not actually actively defending you, I mean, he's actively defending him.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was offside then.
I would say he was fair, but he still managed to get it. This is the thing with Gilles.
If he was pushing to get onside, or he was pushing to get to marker and somebody runs into him, I wouldn't call that an obstruction because the attacking player has ran straight into him. He's trying to get out of his way.
Yeah.
He's not actively trying to stop him or slow him down or do anything like that. He's literally trying to get out of his way. But they run at him. For me, that's not a penalty. You're just taking a stupid line where there isn't anything.
Well, it's like what we said. I can't remember where we was at, but if you're turned around and you're going forward and someone goes into the back of you, it's like you're not obstructing them as such if they run into the back of you, sort of thing. Yeah,
you're giving them more. It's like moving away from them or actively not defending them. You're not trying to get in the way. It's like in in the running game when someone's fallen down in the tackle around the ruck and they put their hands up and they just stay still and they play around them. You don't see people diving into them with a ball, do you?
Yeah, like Tim says, there's players are only offside if they
become involved in the play.
Yeah.
So if they're actively trying not to be involved, would you deem that? We'll take it to Tim again. If you're actively trying not to be involved, what do we need to do?
Go back, buddy.
I want to see the shove and why.
Is it before this or after?
No, it's after this. It's now.
He's got his... Oh!
He clamped his arm big time. We all know that one.
Yeah.
So someone reaches and you go over the top.
Well, that's a penalty, isn't it? Pushing him away.
Probably.
Wasn't then, though.
Unlucky.
It's not really. We get away with pushing all the time.
You do.
Yeah.
Not with Tim anymore.
Tim's got Tim. That's why Tim came onto the show. He wanted to work out how your mind works, Seb, so he can annoy you even more.
Oh, that's a shame.
This guy that's playing the ball now is getting much better every year. He's quite young, and he's really, really starting to improve. Good chances of him being in the French squad for 2021.
What was that penalty for?
Is it an offside?
There's a lot of penalties, isn't there?
I can't see what the refs call.
Yeah, it's going to be an offside.
Yeah, it must have been. It didn't look offside. There were loads of time for him to be. I mean, I don't want to turn this into a like me versus ref sort of thing, but French refing, man.
Like, English refing is awful as well.
Blasphemy.
It's just a really difficult sport to ref.
It is. That's why I think they need to make just clearer, more obvious things, because there's so many grey areas with things. So you can
Thank you, Tim. Thank you for clearing that up.
That's his view of things in Australia, but I can tell you.
Tim's right, Seb. Tim is right.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
Tim is right.
A French ref wouldn't do it that way. And
yeah,
you just got to know who's going to ref us for the next game. You've got to adapt to who's reffing.
That's like one thing we say. Do you know when they do the captains meeting? We ask, I think, about 5 or 6 questions regarding what they do for what ball carrying arms, stuff like that, what positional sort of things, like little questions just to sort of see what they're going to call during the game. Because you are, like you say, each ref's different. What they see is going to be different. And,
it's like what Seb was saying in the World Cup final game that we did. And it's like we went round, made sure that we knew where the touch lines were and everything like that. It's just a little bit of preparation. If you fix that into, have a word with the ref, just make sure you're on the same page as them, no matter what they're doing, whether it follows what you believe or not.
That was good then. Go back and watch this.
He didn't push his chair once then.
Go back. It wasn't that. They watched the number 12, I think, jumped out, missed a tackle. So
it's after
he missed it there, turns around, watched. They point this side and he just follows him. He's like, yeah, I'll go through here. That was good heads up then from Gilles.
Oh, was it fifth and last?
Yeah, it's a shame they got the tag on the other player, but that was great sort of awareness then.
It's going against the grain, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you saw there's one player that was facing the opposite way, telling people to go the other way. So not only has he not got his hands on his wheels, it's like, I'll aim for you. Nice. Great dip.
It's very difficult to tag Kevin.
Oh, he blocked free then, though.
Nice work. Get it down the line. Down the line.
Out.
Hold it. Look at that. No, that's 3-0.
Yeah.
What happened there, Seb?
I wasn't there. That's what happened there.
If you go back as well, go back into that because there's some great moments in that.
That was just slipping the tackle and drawing that man in, carrying on drawing them in, drawing. I mean, they had a man down on the floor.
Go back further. Go all the way back from number 11's first run. Because all he does is two people commit to one side, and as soon as
everyone pushes back to that side.
Yeah, and then he slows down now to get 3.
And this is what we were talking about the other day. You've got to, once you've made that break and you can't go any further, don't try harder to get through. Just make that break, put your tag on, and play the ball, and then that's what happens. There's 3-on-0, and that's what will happen practically every single time you make a big break like that, and then stop and play the ball for your mates.
Yeah, that's definitely the best we've seen of Avignon in this game. That was a great try.
No, that was good play though from them.
They're a very capable team, and they're
welcome to the
really getting better every single year. And they have amazing individual players like Kevin Pastor and Florian Gutadoro. And this new guy.
When did Avignon win? They won it this year, one of them, didn't they? Was it the French Cup or the actual?
They won the French Cup in
18?
No, yeah, last year.
19, yeah.
Yeah, we lost the French Cup last year.
This one's the grand final, isn't it? Yeah.
Just managed to mute myself with my phone. Brilliant.
I'm trying to remember where I was because I wasn't there for either one.
You was the one where Avignon won. You was with us in France, weren't you? Oh no, you was in Australia.
Australia.
Was it Australia?
No, I remember now.
October, isn't it?
Watching the game with you. I was with you guys, I think.
Was it a camp?
Might have been. Was it a camp? I don't think I would have come to a camp if I had a final.
No way.
Traitor.
Well, no, it's true though, man.
Well, I mean, these last years, they always put camps on my game weekends. You know, there's no thought around when I can come.
Honest, I think they're the only weekends that we have free as well.
Nah.
This year, mate, was silly. If it went through, we had every weekend something was happening until I think it was August.
Yeah.
We didn't even get one game this season.
Well,
but we ours were quite spread out though because we had to change some fixtures to be able to cram the games together, sort of thing, keep them all closer together, which meant we had to wait longer to start. But
I was planning all my flights to come and play for you. I'm happy I didn't book any of them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, me too.
That was good. Again, just following Gilles. Yeah,
where's the line speed gone?
Yeah, they're catching us off guard now. We're not.
Yeah. Again, he was lucky. If that guy had turned a pace then when he turned towards 13, he would have gone all the way around the outside.
That's a good turn.
It's a gap in front of him. Yeah.
But see, like in this scenario, the tempo there is they catch the ball at good speed, but then once they're doing like a kind of settler, they're not actually doing anything fast. They're just kind of messing around so that the we don't know what to do. And then the tempo is when they put the tag back on. They're like being slow, and then suddenly, as soon as their tag's off, bam, 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 play the ball. Yeah. And it just catches you.
That's what Catalan were doing at the beginning.
Yeah. The slow play gives you,
what's that back? That was quite a good play.
The slow play gives you way more options. If you're going 100 miles an hour, you maybe have 2 at a push, but most of the time you've already made your mind up. You're going to go here. It's one of those sort of things.
So he's not even pushing. He's like taking his time,
and then
play the ball quick and back inside.
Yeah, good game awareness then.
And then yeah, well.
And the posts explode like normal in France.
Yeah. And Arnold was on his winger, but then if I were him, and this is what we were saying when we were watching the games in Toulon, he was close to his team and pushed the outside. He made that guy go towards the wing instead of being able to come and put it here under the posts. And
they were just over chasing, weren't they?
Like, but Arnold was on the wing.
Yeah, so he had his winger
and could push towards the wing. Yeah, well.
Yeah, they overchased though. There's too many men on one person.
Oh yeah, overchased. But that's the problem with the French playing, and most French players do it. Is when they're at marker, they'll always chase, and that's how I was when I came to England originally.
Yeah,
I was just as soon as I was at marker, I was a madman. If I could get all 5 tackles myself, I would do it.
Yeah,
and it just creates so many gaps. So your job as a marker is not always to jump off and get the man. It's also just to block that channel between the guy that played the ball and the guy that's receiving the ball.
Yeah,
and push him towards the teammate. You don't have to jump off and create gaps behind you.
The one for me when we were playing over there was how the hell I was supposed to be defending, because I'd like have my man and then someone would run straight in, and it was really difficult.
So watch that back. This is awful defending. This is how you should not defend. This is when you've got a fast player and you just wait for him. You like stop your chair. You're not pushing towards him. You're actually waiting for him. When you're waiting for someone to come to you in a wheelchair, it's so easy for him to get past you. Do you want to put it back, please, Jack? I just want to see all Catalan players just waiting for him to
back again.
There, and then
that's
fine. That's fine. So it's Kevin as well. So Kevin is one of the most agile players on the Avignon side. He catches the ball. So Arnold's going back. Jeremy is just waiting for him. Joel is just waiting for him, and he just gives him room to do what he wants. And then they end up in a 2-man tackle, possibly a penalty. So back to 0.
It's like what we said before, though. If you don't push up, you're giving them so much more space to play.
I know you can't you can't wait for someone to get to you in rugby.
It was like at that point then as well. I think the winger was actually facing backwards, so it's like not only did he choose to go with his winger, he then turned all the way around to go back, and that's what actually opened up the space.
I think the only exception is when the player's not that fast and not agile, but on the opposite, he's like big, heavy, and strong kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if you like go up on him, you'll just bounce off and bounce backwards, which happens against Wales, for example. They all have big, strong, heavy players. If you like with speed and force go up to them to try and stop them and try and smash them, they'll win that fight, and you'll just bounce off, and then you create a gap because you're on the floor or something.
Yeah.
So that's the only exception where you can actually wait for them to stop them with your chair instead of, but because they're less agile. But against this kind of team who are, they're really agile, really fast, you just can't afford waiting for them. You've got to actively go up and stop their momentum.
Oh, Jack's FaceTime.
That's Harry trying to FaceTime.
Invite him in.
By the way, happy Easter, everyone. I hope you had some chocolate, rabbits, and eggs, and an Easter hunt. Happy Easter.
Oh no, it was a joint video chat you were trying to do with me.
We don't care, mate.
It was going to be my entire family. We don't want them on.
Care. This is the stream on right now, okay? Nothing else.
Oh, will you just shut up?
Oh, that slow play right down. He should have just offered the tag.
That's why Gilles gets frustrated, because
they
were going for a fast play of the ball and then, all come at speed. But because he was just taking his time to take his tag off.
Ooh.
I don't know what getting very angry there.
I mean, he's got his tag off on his left shoulder.
I always remember what you've always told me about Nico and Gilles when you first started playing, Seb, was how their game really deteriorates when they get frustrated. Like they really,
mate.
they really
if you can get them in a bad mood, they don't play the same at all anymore. So I think we can really use that to play mind games on them.
You need to give us some French phrases to say to them while we're playing.
Wait, what happened there?
He left the line before the actual kick or something.
You see.
So they were calling him offside. No, before he actually tapped the ball.
He's already tapped the ball.
No, he hadn't tapped the ball yet.
He tapped on the left-hand side. Watch. They are not happy.
Not too far back now.
Yeah, so the next play, I think, is the one that
falls out. So after this one, falls down for nothing. You should never fall down in this scenario. You should always control your chair.
Oh, he's picking
picking it up. Right. And he's already gone.
Yeah.
Miles offside.
Yeah, he was offside, so he's calling it.
You got to time it right if you want to do that. Like on the try line, everyone always say, like Steve Abel always shouts axles to be as far up as you possibly can on try line defense.
Yeah.
But what some people do, is what I do sometimes, is you try and time your run to get into the try line as they're tapping. That way you've actually got speed pushing up off the line. It's much better for the defense when you do time it, but it's really bad if you overrun it.
I mean, I always do that, and then the problem is sometimes I'm not offside, but because I'm arriving with speed, the ref will think I'm offside.
Yeah, because
I took some of that extra meters.
The way I do it is I put my chair sideways. So what I'll do is I don't do a straight run. I arc along the try line. So I'm moving. So I'm not going from a sat still when the ball's been played. I'm actually moving horizontally, and then I turn out, so I've still got some speed.
Mm-hmm. And so this try here is a perfect scenario of what you were talking about earlier on. Nico caught the ball with both hands and managed to score by using both his hands to bring the ball back down and then score. I don't know if they're going to show a slow-mo or not. I don't know. Have we seen any slow-mos yet? I don't think there's been.
There haven't been any slow-mos, yeah.
So if you watch it back, how he scores the try, it was what we were talking about earlier on.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
He offloads it to Nico, captures it.
He catches it to the side and then brings it over above his head.
Yeah, and then scores the try.
Yeah, it's just going to make so many more issues. Because even though he caught it out to the side and it came above his head, he was just bringing it together in both hands. So
but that did look to me like he caught the ball and his arms were still below his shoulder, and then he did bring the ball back up above his head.
Together. Yeah, but it's one of those.
But was it not because he was having difficulties catching the ball? It kind of slipped out of his hands and managed to catch
fumbling. Yeah,
because
I'd still deem that a try all day. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What we're saying with more grey areas with the two hands above the head, because technically he caught it to the side and then secured the ball above his head.
Yeah, so it's all grey area, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just making it too hard. I think there's gonna be so many decisions that are like, well,
it's not going to affect us because we always have good chair defense, don't we, boys? Don't we, Seb?
Sorry, what? I wasn't listening. What are you saying?
Nothing, mate. We're just talking about how great your defense is.
Wait, I've got one of the strongest defense in
Catalan,
England,
in your house,
France, world.
I can just hear Wayne in the background now laughing his head off from that comment.
What happened there?
Wayne would say, "Of course you have." Wayne loves me. He loves me as a player. He thinks I'm one of the best. You know what? Let's listen to this. I've got something we can listen to from Wayne.
Put Wayne on the spot, mate. You'll be getting a phone call.
Wayne.
I don't know if I could get away with that.
Wayne Boardman, there he is. Let's see.
I'm going to message him at the same time. Said, do not agree with Seb.
Oh, when was this?
Getting right. We're getting close to the end of the.
He's changed his phone number, hasn't he?
Yeah. Not that I know of.
No. I've got it here.
You can block people on mobile phone, normal numbers, can't you?
I hate that place so much.
What, going back underneath the marker?
Yeah, it's so annoying.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, but you're a lot faster than a lot of people, Jack.
The problem is when people are trying to do it when it's not on, because you just completely waste a tackle when that happens.
Mm.
That's a nice picture to leave it on.
Is that half time?
Yeah, mate.
Oh, did it go out then? I didn't see the end.
It just blew the whistle from a tackle.
So it's half-time score 32-21.
So Dragons were pretty dominant all the way for the majority of the half, and then towards the end is when Avignon have definitely done some of the best rugby in the game.
Oh yeah,
if you ask me, they've done the best rugby. Seb won't agree, but Avignon have definitely been playing. When they've scored some much prettier tries.
Yeah, they switch back.
Dragons are just fast.
They did a lot of things right on that one run.
Yeah.
Where, like we said, where a person broke through, instead of trying to keep going, he got the tackle, quick play of the ball, caught everyone out of position. That's why they scored. But that was because of the run before and all stuff like that. So they did a lot of things right, but they've also done a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
Wow, are you both on the phone to Wayne? Sorry.
No, I'm trying to
I was texting Harry.
Vocal message from him.
I mean,
I've got this vocal message from him saying, I really think you are the best player in the world. You've got the potential to be so much better than Jack.
I highly, what's the word?
I've got it somewhere, mate.
I highly disagree with that. I don't think Wayne has ever said you're one of the best players in the world.
2 kilos over Christmas, so I'm busy getting off.
All I heard then was you put 2 kilos on over Christmas.
That's what he said. He did that.
Wow.
Wait, I'll find it. I've got it somewhere.
What? That extra 2 kilogram?
Anyway, let's wrap this up.
Should we just kick Seb off now?
Right,
wait. I've got something interesting here.
Just wrap it up.
You could go on, wrap it up, and I'll show you this interesting footage.
Yeah, but
right, we'll leave you to it then. Right, so
this is same scenario as World Cup final. Look, everyone watch this. This is French reffing for you.
Everyone watch.
You can see my phone here.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
Tim, you're watching. Tell me if this is a try or not, please. This is active. So can I watch like that?
No.
So watch this whole thing. So Jack takes the ball and is going to pass it to me. And then tag afterwards. Tim, please tell me, is that a try or not?
Oh, wow. You went all the way back just for that.
No, I was looking through my messages with Wayne and I found that. You still there, Tim? Please reply. Do you think that's a try or not?
He's had enough of your waffling and he's gone to bed.
Yeah, he's gone to bed, man.
Right.
I thought you were getting something with Wayne. Right, it's time to wrap it up.
I was going to find it. Anyway, the answer is, in my opinion, that was a try because I put the ball down and the tag came off.
Seb. God.
We need it for the French outro as such.
Are you ready? Are you ready to talk business now, Seb?
Yeah, sure.
Right, we're finally watching your team in a game and you're too busy looking up tries you scored.
For you, Seb, no try. Yeah, whatever. If it was anyone else, that's 100% try. Anyway, that's French reffing. They always, say, "Oh, England, no."
Oh dear.
For anyone else to try, exactly. Thank you, Tim. Well, French reffing disallowed the try. Anyway, thank you for watching with us today. Am I doing this outro?
Well, we're on again tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Seb, just to let you know.
We're on again tomorrow. For the French people out there, c'est 13h demain pour voir la deuxième partie de la demi-finale contre Avignon. Non, la finale contre Avignon, pardon, du championnat de France. Merci beaucoup. J'espère qu'il y aura des Français aussi qui vont regarder ce stream.
Au revoir.
No, you can't stop doing that. He's going to leave.
Mate, you're going to stop hosting this. I was just going to do it in Spanish for those Spanish people out there, but whatever. Cojones.
Come on.
Y por los españoles, mañana a las 13 también para mirar con nosotros la final del Campeonato de Francia. Gracias a todos. Besos.
Brilliant. Thanks, Seb.
That's all right, mate.
I knew there was a reason we had you on this.
There you go. I'm just.
It wasn't to watch the videos.
I think it's because he's the best player in the. Oh no.
Yeah. Wayne Boardman said that one day.
No, Wayne Boardman said you put on 2 kilograms.
No, he said I put on 2 kilograms during Christmas. He said that, so he put on 2 kilograms.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Right, okay, guys, we're back on again tomorrow, 12 o'clock, and we'll see the second half of Avignon versus Catalan.
What's the game like? Closer?
Au revoir, everybody. Bye.
Au revoir. Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bambino.